DVD player on the CD. I can see us closer than 3D. Girl, your love is sweeter than kiwi. I can be your Adam, you can be Eve. I'm gonna bite that apple, believe me. I've been searching hard for your love, like a miner digging for gold. And if haters were the ocean, we would stay afloat with the boats. And if you were 4 tires, I would let you ride on my road. If I were your stripper pole, would you work me until I'm rusty and old?
Oh yeah, right. You my ride or die, like a diamond we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Right. You my ride or die, like a diamond we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side.
Angel face with angel eyes, you must be heaven sent. Our hearts had a collision and it, mind you, left a dent. This love is meant to happen, girl, it's not an accident. So if you give me your heart, I promise I will represent. You're my pieces, I'm your puzzle. You're my rain, I'm your puddles. You're my teddy bear like Snuggles. If it's team us, let's huddle. We can be strength in life struggles. You're my red nose with no muzzle. I can be the product, you can be the dollars. Girl, let's orchestrate this hustle.
Oh yeah, right. Girl, you my ride or die, like a diamond we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side. Right. You my ride or die, like a diamond we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side.
If I am directions, you would be the destination. If I were an employer, would you choose my occupation? I must be a shovel, cause I'm digging you penetration. Girl, your love's got a hold on me like
Mitsubishi vehicles and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belta, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as 500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on Ojuren Drive at Sion Town, Bushwa Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
Hello, John. What's up?
Mama Paul, I'm not good, man. Advance. We're hitting the club tonight. Would you like to join us?
Of course, my man. Count on me. You know I'm in.
But please don't bring out your ratting car. What the color now feel? You know, one get fair getting from the club tonight. Oh. Don't spoil our operation for us with your ugly old car. Oh.
Okay, old bro. If you say so.
Whoa, is that Paul? Paul, where is that your old ratting car?
You haven't heard? Sika Motor has well-trained, certified technicians who are solely responsible for body and paint for all brands of vehicles. Their paints are durable and long-lasting, but they're not all. Their technicians can do a perfect finished body work on all cars. That's where I took my car. And guess what? Their prices are very affordable.
You say what? No, I couldn't even recognize your car. It looked like brand new car. What a magic.
They're not magic, oh. That's Sika Motor technicians that are solely responsible for body and paint for all brands of vehicles. And you hear it for yourself? Make your way now to Sika Motors for all vehicles body work and paintings. Sika Motor also has state-of-the-art paint booths where they take your car for that sparkling look. They are located on UN Drive and Sion Town, Bourgeois Island. Their email is sikamarketing@cfao.com.
For more information, you can contact Sika Motors on 0775 987758 or 0881 9370
My people, your hello. Hello. Have you guys heard the latest news in town? No. What happened?
And what's the latest news?
Sika Motors have added a new brand of vehicle to their vehicle lines, and it is called Mitsubishi. It comes in pickups, SUV, and trucks. But that's coming from Sika Motors. And you know, we all running all the time, carrying heavy loads, and most times we spend money on other carriers, right? Yes, my man. Then listen carefully. I heard Sika Motor Mitsubishi vehicles are very strong, sophisticated, pleasing designs, durable, extremely comfortable, and most importantly, they come with upgraded features which allows you to drive smoothly on damaged roads in both rural and urban areas. And this could lessen your expenses on spare parts. Oh yeah, that's true. But that's not all. Yeah, you're listening. Sika Motor also have spare parts for all their vehicles they are selling. So it won't give you hard time to go look from garage to garage, from spare parts store to spare parts store. Yes, so you have heard all. You can now get stronger and comfortable Mitsubishi pickups, SUV, and trucks from Sika Motors. They are located on UN Drive and Town, Bourgeois Island. Their email is sikamarketing@cfao.com.
For more information, you can contact Sika Motors on 0775-987758 or 0881-937000.
Sika Motors.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good morning, Josh. Good morning.
Good morning, Teves, and good morning to our listeners. It's good to be here this morning.
All right. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to our peace-loving people of Liberia, in and around Liberia, out of Liberia. We want to say good morning and welcome to the nation's premier platform, the Costa Show. Sorry that we come up a bit late, for each time the rain, falls in our country, the network system, it's kind of terrible. So our technical manager is always making sure that we are placed on the right track in terms of giving you what you love listening to best, in terms of bringing you those factual information as it relates to our body politics and training issues in our country. I want to say welcome to the last day in this week. That is Friday. Today happens to be June 23rd. Gradually, we are going to October. June is almost in. Josh, people in the 2023, in 2023, October 2023. When October 2023 we are government. Today we are in July. We got like 3 months, few days to go to enter into this wonderful and expected month to conduct our election after the stewardship of Ambassador President George Manuel Weah for the last 6 years. So we are going to determine whether or not his contract will be renewed or it will be terminated. So I want to say good morning. It is a pleasant day to be here. You know, waking up in the morning and seeing a brand new day is a blessing. That is why one of my favorite quotes I always like to say, waking up to see another day is a blessing. Don't take it for granted. Make it count and be happy that you are alive. Today I'm happy. Today I'm alive. So I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. And, you know, there are a few things on our plate for discussion this morning. There is something that is gradually creeping in our country. Other media outlets have raised it. Other people, other well-meaning Liberians have raised it. So it is of importance that we add our voice to the many voices. You know, this has to do with the police. And specifically, though, traffic police officers. Majority of those police traffic officers are involved into harassment. And this must be registered to the public and to the authority of the Liberian National Police. Most of the traffic officers, instead of them being placed to do what they ought to do in terms of controlling the traffic, but they are there harassing taxi drivers and, you know, asking for money or stopping for no reason, only to beg. That is very, very uncalled for. The traffic officer is there to regulate the traffic, not just to stop cars unnecessarily and ask that conductor for money. Even in the night, you see they pull all those unnecessary checkpoints down. I don't know whether they are not being paid. I don't know whether they just want to do that because I don't know what they hope to achieve from that. In the night, when you drive to these various checkpoints, I thought checkpoints supposed to be placed down for inspection. I thought checkpoints supposed to be placed down for inspection. But the guys have made the checkpoint thing to be a commercial thing. This is sad for our country. You know, at night, that is the time dangerous things happen. That is the time dangerous things happen. Instead of those officers who have been placed to the various checkpoints, doing the needful, searching cars thoroughly, opening your car boot to look in the car to see whether you are carrying this or not, nothing they can do. They will stop you and ask you, Chief, we need battery for the fly leg. Come on. Come on, that is troublesome. You don't know why I'm carrying my car boot. You don't know where I'm going that night. You don't know all of those dangerous weapons that I'm carrying, if there is any. But you wouldn't stop me to ask me for money to buy a flare battery. You wouldn't stop me because you want DJ in the night to buy you coffee. But you care less to know what I'm carrying in my vehicle. Authority of the Liberian National Police, they need to step in. Do your patrols. Go to the various checkpoints, disguise yourself, and see how your men operate. My good friend Marvin Sako, 102. Make sure let your men patrol, let them disguise themselves, and see how some of your officers conduct themselves at the various checkpoints at night. When you're hearing that drugs, weapons, and things coming in the country, do you wonder how they come? Do you wonder how they are transported in Liberia from one point to another? Do you wonder? Do you care to know? Because at night, our checkpoints are vulnerable. Our checkpoints are vulnerable. The authority of the Liberian National Police needs to step in. You place your men at these very checkpoints to thoroughly check who are those traveling that night. Who are those roaming the street? This is sad for our country. The authority of the Labrador National Police needs to thoroughly step in. And to the extent the other night, on my way home, there's a fellow who I know, just in passing, seeing, sometimes he down water south. Most often I have seen water south. I saw that boy in reflectors jacket. Midnight by 12 o'clock, Bananville Junction. The man said he's directing traffic. Ah, man. That time I came from the entertainment center, I called Uncle Sam in Bannersville there. I was trying to make my way to come home. That guy, I saw the man to the chapel and asking, I said, gentlemen, my man, are you the guy who I normally see down water, sir? Are you a police officer? I asked him 3 times. The brother could not say a word. Oh, I saw him. He started walking, crossing the road, going on the other side. At night, terrible things happen. Instead of the officers that are assigned to the various checkpoints doing the needful, what they were being placed there for to do, they are there at night harassing people. What is that? Are they not being paid? If they are being paid and they are involved into those things, the authority of the Labrador National Police needs to do the needful. They need to send men and disguise themselves and patrol to these various checkpoints at night and see how their men conduct themselves. This is sad for our country, Kofos. I hope authority of the Labrador National Police can come in and swiftly respond to this matter. You know, folks, yesterday, the former Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, in person of Madam Councillor, former Senator of Maryland County, Gloria Musu Scout, along with 3 other persons, spent their first night at the Memorial Central Prison. You know, I witnessed the scene when the writ of arrest from the court was taken to a home in Sinker yesterday. I think somewhere around 16th Street, where one of our lawyers were present. And then I think one Dixon, Anthony Allard Dixon Tamba, on the push of the former Chief Justice, where says Meata Famula and some of our old good friends were there. And then it was the raid itself on the former Chief Justice and the 3 other persons that have been allegedly involved with the murder of Shalom Musu. You know, she was taken to the court, the Memorial City Court, after which she was sent to South Beach. And let me say this. And in that In that scene yesterday, there were some folks who went in solidarity. There were some folks who went in solidarity with those that have been linked, allegedly, to the crown. And one of those persons that I saw in solidarity on that scene yesterday was a guy called Richard Moore, a patriot, somebody who has made himself, available at all times to speak out loud against injustice. He was there along with others protesting. But the lawyer to those people, and also the Chief Justice, said to those protesters that, you calm down. Let the law take their course. She's a person who abides by the law. Now, this case could be somehow political. This case could be, I'm very careful with my word. This case could be somehow political. This case could also be not political. We await to see the outcome of this case. Gloria Mususka, who been a former Chief Justice, is fully abreast with the statute controlling. And as a matter of fact, there are some of our bright legal minds who have availed themselves to represent Councilor Gloria Mususka. The government is under obligation to provide the necessary evidence linking Gloria Mususka and those three other persons to the crown. We hope it shouldn't be one of those trumped-up cases where the government, if in your mind you are a threat to their existence, what they do, they come after you with all kinds of things just to silence you. The government, hope the government is treading on the right path. Because to prove a murder case, you have to prove beyond all reasonable doubt. All reasonable doubt. The evidence got to be there to link these people to the crime. Hope it is not one of your tactics, Mr. George Weah. We hope this is not one of your tactics. So many lawyers have availed themselves. As I learned, the former Associate Justice, Kabina Janet, has availed himself. Nimbali Wonder has availed himself. The former Justice Minister, Councillor Frances Johnson Addison, has availed herself. Councillor Jonathan Masekwe, one of the best criminal lawyers in our country, Councillor Jonathan Masekwe, has also availed himself. human rights lawyer, Councillor Finlay Wakanga, has also availed himself. Anthony Along, Councillor Samuel Kofi Wood has also availed himself. I think there are around 40 persons, 40 lawyers that have availed themselves to plead the case of the former Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia. Because in their mind, she deserves it. She deserves, from the legal perspective, the gurus in our legal proceeding, they are under obligation as per conscience that one of their colleagues is being disgraced, is being humiliated, is being shamed by this government. As per conscience, they are under obligation to represent and plead your case. So the government needs to prepare itself. Because if it is one of those trump-up charges to silence this lady, this councillor, who has always been seen identifying with the opposition community in terms of her representing opposition political parties in any form of litigation for which they want to silence her, then I don't know if that is the reason. But if the government has the evidence to link the former Chief Justice to this crime, she can come up with it. I listened to, I think, 104, the guy Prince Moba of the Liberia National Police. He said there are witnesses, they have evidence to prove beyond all reasonable doubt that the former Chief Justice Gloria Musu-Scout is linked to this particular case, that she's involved with this case. I listened to him when he addressed the public at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism compound, in their compound. So we are waiting. And this case should not be one of those cases that will stay on the docket for so long. That it has always been where the government will drag her feet through the Ministry of Justice just to keep somebody in jail for a protracted period before proceeding. We hope it is not their usual tactics. We hope it is not their usual tactics. When they will keep somebody in jail for long, about 5, 6, 7 months, up to a year, before they say they're coming up with the proceeding. This is not a small case. This case has drawn the attention of the international community. This case has drawn the attention of every stakeholder. This case has drawn the attention of everybody. So it should be an incumbent responsibility of the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Justice that these people's rights should be respected, their right to a speedy and fair trial. I repeat, this case is so sensitive that it has drew the attention of people in and outside of Liberia. So their right to speedy and fair trial should be of importance. Should be of importance. It should not be the usual tactics where they will delay people, they will have them in jail. They say, oh, the case is on the docket this time of court, they are huge. Wait for the next time come, they can put it there and stuff in one of you. You know the Ministry of Justice is the one that go to the court to have the case, talk to the judge, have the case be placed on docket, and for that term of court. We hope the Ministry of Justice won't drag our feet, because this case is a case that has drawn the attention of everybody. The former chief convener of the judiciary, has been dragged into something. Has been dragged. So now the legal maxim says, one is innocent until he or she is proven guilty. So as it stands, the former chief justice along with the 3 other people are innocent of the crime until they are proven guilty in a court of competent jurisdiction. There's a possibility that it could happen, they could commit it. There's another possibility that the government is going after Gloria Musu's cow. So for this case, I just named you some of the best lawyers that have availed themselves on a pro bono basis. On a pro bono basis. Some of our best criminal lawyers we have in this country. Free of charge. Gloria Mususka is not going to pay them. Most of whom are her students that she taught in the law school. Most of whom she has taught in the law school. They said, no, we cannot sit there that our professor, our mentor, the former chief convener of the judiciary, is disgraced like this. She is not above the law. The law will take a course. She is innocent until proven guilty. So the government should be prepared. Recently, we saw the issue about the drugs case. The $100 million drugs case, where according to members of the judiciary, that the prosecutors in that particular case were ill-prepared to link these people to the crime committed. We saw it few days ago that when the judiciary was being blasted by people from the Ministry of Justice, encountering those statements from the Ministry of Justice, members of the judiciary also said the prosecutors of the Ministry of Justice were ill-prepared to prosecute the guy to bring a guilty verdict against them. I hope they stand around. The prosecutors of the Ministry of Justice, prosecutors of the Republic of Liberia, are prepared to link the woman to the crime to produce the evidence. I hope they are prepared. If they are not prepared, or their hands want to be used to take a hard part from the fire, then I'm sorry. Gloria Musu's car will walk out of that court along with those other 3 people as free men, free women, free Liberians. They will walk. To prove a criminal case is very difficult. To prove a criminal case is very difficult. So I hope folks from the Ministry of Justice are prepared to prove that Gloria Musu's camp, the land councillor, and those 3 other persons are responsible for the death of Charlotte Musu. I hope they are prepared. One of us said they get evidence. They got people that can come and testify. I hope they will testify and the evidence will be overwhelming to convict the former Chief Justice and the 3 other persons. Because you can play with somebody's life. You can play with somebody's life. I have been to that Memorial Central Prison to go visit some of my friends. That place is terrible. I think it is one of the old ladies that have been linked, right? I think it's Gloria Musu's mother or someone that auntie or family relative. See how old that woman is. She's going to sleep in Saw Beach. That terrible place. We hope it is not one of these George Weah political tactics and plans. We're suffering at people for nothing. We hope it is not one of his silent tactics. Even authority of the Memorial Central Prison have cried out loud that the place is terrible. We hope they are being carried there for the right reason. The government of Liberia. We hope these old people and the 2 other young folks have been carried there for the right reason. Because you are playing with somebody's life. If you know to yourself that they didn't do it, or you're trying to cover up, we hope you are not covering up. We hope this government is not covering up. We hope this government is not covering up. If you are covering up, why should these people go through this kind of humiliation? Why? Why? Government should be for the people, by the people, and of the people. Citizens deserve to live a better and conducive life, void of politics. Let me live in a society where I can disagree with you and you can also disagree with me. And my views should not be held or should not be misconstrued to you differently that you will want to come after me. This is sad for our country. We hope Gloria Mususka and others are there for the right reason. We hope they are there for the right reason. If they are there for the right reason, then they should be there. If they are there for the right reason, then they should be there. If they are there for the wrong reason, they shouldn't be. If the government want to do some cover up, these people should not be there. Every citizen in this country has the right to associate and disassociate. I'm entitled to my view. I'm entitled to association. I'm entitled to disassociation. There are better ways that you can get the citizen over to you. And it's very simple. You get them over to you either by doing those things that you promised them during campaign period. You are not doing them. Look at the U.S. rate in the country, folks. The U.S. rate now is 186. 186. Probably before this month ends, the U.S. will claim to 190. Teams prices are very high. Business people are complaining. Business people are complaining. Even when the business people struggle to go and get the goods, the customers, the end users are unable to purchase them because they don't have the purchasing power. You can get people over to you by doing the right thing, not by subjugating them forcibly, not by any form of humiliation. Do the right thing. Solve the bread and butter issues. Let people be able to send their children to school. Let people be able to go in the market and buy food for their children. Let people be able to pay their rental. Let people be able to afford their electricity bill, their water bill. This is sad for our country. This is sad for our country. This is sad for our country. We hope Gloria Musu Scout and others are there for the right reason. It is not a political charge being placed on them. We hope. If you have the evidence to prove that they are the one involved in the shallow Musu case, you can bring up the evidence when the case starts. But mind you, let them be given their right to speedy and fair trial. Speedy trial. I guess that the government has the evidence for which they've gone to indict these folks. Since the case has become a case that has drawn the attention of everybody, without delay, let it be placed on the docket for prosecution. If the government thinks that Councilor Gloria Mususka and others are the one involved into the murder of Shallow Musu. Enough of that. Enough of that. Folks, The last night I was like in conversation with some high profile people. Bro, it shouldn't be a surprise to you before October election that there will be another batch of sanction. Because things that are going on in the country are not good. The way things are being carried on by this government, there is a likelihood and visible signs that there will be sanctions on some key government officials. Just watch from now to October. Before election, there will be numerous of sanctions. Because if care is not taken to curtail some of these prevailing situations in the country, things will go on a rampage. Things will go on a rampage. And God forbid, Liberians are not prepared to go into another thing. We resent that particular action where when we disagree with our friends or with a government or with opposition, we will fight to the butchers to go and to come and cause chaos. Gone are those days. If care is not taken, you know what it entails. You know what it entails to take power from an African leader. You know what it takes to take power from an African leader, least to mention George Weah and his people. The guys have realized. The guys have realized that they are no more in control. You know, sometimes in Liberian politics, you know, it is sometimes easy to predict. You know what it is? George Weah and people, look at them. Just look at them. Are they willing to give power? That is why you need everybody from the opposition. If this election goes to second round, you need the collective effort of, if not all, but most of the opposition figures, the community. That is why sometimes I see some of my brothers on Facebook throwing tantrums at each other. ANC, United Party, ANC, United Party, the other party, the other party. It just breaks me down. It just breaks me down. Because after creating this bad blood, second round, if any of the opposition goes to the second round, because obviously it is a fact, right, that this election will go to second round. seeing the involvement of so many political parties. If the CPP was going to be in full swing like it had been, like the ALP, the United Party, the Labour Party, and the CP, and the AS, the United Party, these four political parties, they're having other small parties joining them. I could be emphatically clear to say that in this election, we have gone for one round. If CPP were together, these four political parties, if they were together, the election would have gone for one round. One round the CPP carried. But yeah, this election is a second round election. Not even the CDC can give a one round victory. Not even an opposition political party that will go for the second round can give a one round victory. So throwing talks on Facebook. If today, if somebody is not in favor of you, leave them. If you try your best politely to talk to them, encourage them to join you, if they are not doing sin, leave them. Don't castigate them. Don't say negative things about them. Don't insult them. Because tomorrow, if you make it to the second round, you will still need them. You will still need them. So if you start to insult every one of them, move on, man, you're important. Go on outside now, go on outside. You think who here? There are people here, man. Go to that place, go to that place. You try to say all sorts of despicable things about them. If you make it to the second round, pray tell me, after insulting me, after conjuring up lies against me, are you man enough to look at me and tell me, say, oh, man, can't tell me, and me support you and this and that? That is why insulting, attacking each other, those opposition. I'm talking to those opposition people. Stop attacking one another. Stop attacking one another. It is not good for this election. You will need me, I will need you. Stop attacking one another, opposition people. If you say we should remove George Weah because he has demonstrated to be an incompetent leader, an insensitive leader, a leader who doesn't care for his people, who doesn't care about himself, then we need to hold together. We need to come together. If we can come together, if I'm going my way, let me go my way peaceably. And let me allow you to go your way peaceably. Don't attack me. I shouldn't attack you. You can raise all those constructive issues, but not to conjure up lies against your friend. If we want to remove George Weah, but if we go in a splintered form, like second round, like for example, the ANC 2017, the ANC said she's not endorsing anybody, but members can go wherever way they want to go. That won't be this time around. If that happens, right, that won't be fruitful to achieving what we want to achieve. This is Sam. You know, let me speak to special person on the laughing. Aliton Colley. I don't know whether you are a man or you are a woman. Let me say this. This is just me. My thought pattern is not controlled by anybody. My thought pattern is not being controlled by anybody. I say it just how I see it. Today, if I see something with Bwaga that he's not supposed to do, I will say it. I see something around ANC comics that all of the change she been talking about in one face. If I see it, I will talk it. That's just me. Even my boss men that employ me. George, you can tell so yeah, sometimes we can disagree, right, George? Sometimes in Liberia, you can be here sometimes to the office or to your house. You can be here, George. How we can disagree on some issues. Not everything that Costa does, I agree with him. So it tells you how independent I am. I am a full-grown man. I'm responsible for whatsoever thing that I do. If I support Ambassador Bwaga, if I see Bwaga doing something that is not good, I will talk it. I will talk it. The people say open rebuke is better than secret love. I will talk it. I will talk it. Because this is how we Liberians grow monster. When the monster now sit down on us, then we say, amen. Amen. Then we try to say some things in a regrettable form and manner. We should look in the faces of our leaders and respectfully tell them the truth. If these leaders have conscience, they will say yes. One of my supporters, Sylvester Tevez, that looked into my face the other time and said this to me. I respect that young man. Yes, one of my supporters, George Cohen, looked in my face the other day and said this to me. I respect that young man. But the level of sycophancy and bootlegging and apple polishing in our country is what keeping this country down. The level of sycophancy and bootlegging is what is holding this country down. Today, when it happened to the other person, because that person not your relative or not your friend, yeah, do it. But tomorrow, when it happened to you, then, hey, man, that's going to be, man. That's what keeping the country down. No matter who it goes against, we should have that patriotic and national duty to stand up right and say, this is this. Let this be. Let this not be. And that is done by every Liberian. It will be something that we will celebrate. Corruption starts from the home. It starts from the home. We, the ordinary people, when we are corrupt, tomorrow when we are taken or we ascend to a higher up office, similar thing we will practice. Similar thing will practice. So it should be an incumbent responsibility of every Liberian to speak right. To speak truth to power. No matter who it is against, no matter who is for. Let us look into our leaders' faces and tell them the hard truth. For too long, we've become apple polishers. To look in the emperor face and tell the emperor, you are naked. We said, no, what? But see, look at the clothes on the chief man. What? Look at the man naked shoe man. Even that man wearing tear but trusted that man wearing some a shoe that doesn't represent, he will want praising. That's a high level of sycophancy. That is what keeping our country down. Because we don't have the gust. We don't have the pedigree. We don't even have that modicum of truth in us to look in our leader faces and tell them that this is wrong. So to our folks from the United Party, folks from the ANC, folks from the ARP, let's stop. Before we go to the line, let me just say this. As it stands, officials of the United Party, they are still in conversation with the All Liberian Party, knowing where the All Liberian Party stands. Officials are reaching to other officials in the All Liberian Party. You know, for me, I let to tell the truth. When I was coming up as a kid, one of these favorite and biblical saying that my Sunday school teacher used to say. He said, nah. If all of you are doing, you always learn how to talk the truth. Because when you talk the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Yesterday, the ANC was highly criticized because of they into a process. The ANC people then going after United Party people then resigning, inducing United Party people then to resign from the party and can't join the ANC. We all join ranks and condemn ANC for that. Oh, we condemn ANC. We said a nasty thing about Cummings. Oh, you cannot be into the arrangement, then you fishing your friendly party. No, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. We condemn and criticize Mr. Cummings for that. Today, United Party people is in talk with the ALP to make sure that every other thing be brushed aside so that they can regain their stuff in one of it. But here is United Party people going into the ALP while they are in talk, negotiating and talk. United Party people fishing in ALP, taking the people officials in. The same thing we criticize Cummings for. That the same thing United Party people doing in the ALP. It was wrong yesterday. It is wrong today. The ALP people already not feel satisfied with certain things that have gone wrong. You talking to the people behind closed door, but you there fishing in the people party. It is some of their officials and members. United Party people, that is also wrong. They were wrong with ANC yesterday. It is wrong with the United Party today. That means right there. That means right there. Oh. That means right there. We criticized ANC yesterday for doing it to United Party. We criticized ANC yesterday for doing it to the United Party. Today, United Party is doing it to the ARP. We also condemn it. United Party people, it is wrong. Let the conversation continue. Let people not get that hard feelings and think like you honor money in a party and think. Let the conversation continue on United Party people. Start fishing in your friend party. Start fishing in your friend party. So the people can say that the supers can say they oppress yesterday, attend to the oppressed. So that's where they can put it. Yesterday, the United Party people were the oppressed. Now they attend to the oppressor. They were oppressed by the ANC fishing in their party. Now, ALP has turned to the suppressed. Now, United Party people, that is the oppressor. That is not good for this election. We condemn ANC for doing it yesterday. We are also condemning United Party. Continue the conversation. Continue the talk behind the curtains. And stop undermining your friend party. Stop fishing in your friend party. That is wrong. Wrong is wrong. Whoever committed, that is wrong. ANC committed it yesterday. It was wrong. United Party doing it today. It is wrong. It is wrong. I hope our guys take keen note of this and stop this. So, folks, it is wrong. No matter who commits it, it is wrong. It is wrong today. It is wrong tomorrow. And it is wrong every time. Georgia, go to the line and announce the number.
Okay, Tevez, you said all this morning, but the first thing you need to know that critical time like this, people will have to reach out to each other because we are trying
George,
to see.
be audible, please. Be audible.
Yes, Tevez, I said you said all this morning, but the first thing you need to know that critical time like this, people have to reach out to each other. So the same thing that happened to ANC today, people criticize. It's the same thing that happened right now in United Party. United Party people do not want for anybody to speak against them. That's what happening right now. So everything now it should be oh yes. The same thing happened to CC today.
George is telling political this money.
The same thing happened to CC right now. Right now in CDC, you can sit anywhere and talk about CDC right now. If you talk about CDC bad, people will come after you. But first, the numbers are got this morning on the show 0770-102-102, 0886-010-TD80. The WhatsApp number +231 880-51-3417. The WhatsApp number +231 880-51-3417. The orange number 0770-102-102, 0886-010-TD80. The numbers are called this morning. Yep, on this line. Let me try and reach out. Oh, I missed a caller on this line this morning. But anyway, on a wet Friday morning like this, and we here this morning providing the information to our Liberian people. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, let me guys get a person on this line quickly. They've been calling me back to back. Tevez, you see all this morning. People are saying, oh, Tevez, you're making us to what? To come back to the show. Yeah, we speak the truth, but once we say it, it goes against us. But that is politics in life now. So okay, sure. Good morning. Oh, we lost it there. Okay, 0770-102-102, 0886-010.
Just refresh the line. Refresh the lines.
Yes, yes.
Calls keep going off.
0770. Okay, let me go ahead and take your first caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yes.
So look, my name is George Weeder, and I'm calling from Australia. How are you?
We're doing great, my brother. Welcome to the program.
Hey, Georgie, what's up?
Thank you. Look, yeah, not bad, my man. I've been listening to Teves, and I just can't help but call in, because these are hard times that we need to come together as a people. And I think while we might have doubts, man, even Christianity, man, we are Christian, but we still have doubt because look, nobody has gone to heaven and come back. So people will have doubt regardless of this, the circumstances. But I just want us to lower the rhetorics because they have the propensity of, making people to doubt even, their own existence. Because if you make people to doubt, what is happening is true or false, and even though you don't have all the facts, it creates that ability for people to start to, take justice into their own hands. And that would not give us a better country or society to live in. So look, you guys are doing your job you're called for, but please, man, just lower rhetoric. That's all. Thank you so much.
Okay, my
Thank
brother.
you,
Thank you
Josh.
there for
Thank you.
calling. WhatsApp number +231 880 0770 102 0886 010 TD. The WhatsApp number +231 880 These are the numbers that called this morning on the show. No calls yet, Teves.
So I agree with you. I agree with you, Josh, my brother Josh. And but for me, I don't know what rhetoric is, right? Bro, it is better that if I don't have something to say, it is better that I stay off the show or I keep silent. Because you just don't know what that rhetoric you are putting together could do. Could harm the next person, could cause something very, very, very strange. And but for me, I always like to speak the truth, no matter who is involved. No matter who is involved. This is not an attack on the United Party. This is just the truth. This is
Okay, sorry for that breaking transmission. Oh, sorry, we are back. Teves. Okay, 0770-102-102, 0886 010 TD. The WhatsApp number +231 880-513417. The WhatsApp number +231 880-513417. The WhatsApp number to call on the show this morning, and the orange number 0770-102-102, 0886 010 TD. The numbers to call this morning. Yep, they'll go to the phone line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yep.
Is it the Costa Show?
Yes, sir. The Costa Show.
Yeah, my name is Moses Bednar. I'm calling from North Dakota. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very, very disappointed in my brother Costa. I'm very disappointed in him. I don't know why Costa just decided to stay away from politics or from the show. For what reason, no one knows. Every time he says where he will address the nation, he doesn't come on to say anything. Looking as a young person, he has more future life ahead of him. I don't know what is the problem. I really don't know. Costa need to come down and really reassess the future. If not, 2029 is going to be very difficult for him. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, my brother. Thank you.
So take some more color.
Yep. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, am I on?
Yes, man, you are live.
Okay, this is Nelly Francis Selly Savage from Rhode Island, Providence. I was just wondering that the news media is not doing their job. What happened to Koji and the Patelli boy who killed this woman, who killed this girl? We are not talking about the case, and everybody is saying that it's sorry for Scott Musu. Why are they treating her like that? Why are they not talking about the real killers that we knew from the beginning to the end? Why are they not talking about Koji and the Patelli guy that said that they sprayed him in the eye? He got the eye spray for 25 years, all the evidence, and they got this woman going to jail. Why the news media are not talking about this? And they just, after Scott Musu, they're sorry for her, they don't let what's going on. Why they not bringing on Koji and this guy name in the news media? That's my part of quarrel. That's why I've been taking on the whole one. Nobody's hearing about Koji being involved in the killing. Nobody's hearing about Patelli being the one that killed this girl, and nobody is talking about them. So can you please, media, get on the real news and leave this Scott Musu name alone?
Okay, man.
So,
this is the caller.
Yeah, let me say something, right? I'm not a student of criminal justice, but I've worked in the law firm for like 5 to 6 years as legal secretary. I've gained some legal knowledge on how these issues go. You know, the criminal justice system has 3 components, right? You have the police, you have the courts, and you have the correction. So the first component of the criminal justice system is the police. The police is there to carry on preliminary investigation as to establish who is linked with this crime or not. According to the police, that the former Chief Justice and 3 others have been linked to the death of Shalom Musu. No other way you can go to court, conduct preliminary investigation. That's how police people say it. So now, the second component of the criminal justice system is the court, where the former Chief Justice and that of those 3 other persons have been taken to. So the first component has finished, which has to do with the police. The second component is on course, which has to do with the court. So they
Tevez?
are now in court.
Let me hold you there quick. We'll have caller on this
Okay.
line.
Okay,
Good morning. Oh, go ahead. We lost the caller. Yep. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, George. How are you?
Doing great, my brother. Your name and where you calling from?
I'm Chief Fella calling from Philadelphia.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, George. And you to Henry Costa and also to the Costa Show. You know, Liberia is at a crucial stage. No matter what happened, what has happened in the past, what continues to happen, I think our mind should focus on the deliverance of Liberia. So my appeal to them this morning, let them find a place of forgiveness in their heart because of the Liberian people, because of the nation, so that this government can be kicked out comes October 10. Let's put our come back on board and see how this government can be removed from power, because the country is going down to the drain. Liberia is not safe, the people are not safe, and the country is just a mess. That is my appeal to Costa, that is my appeal to all of you in studio, and that is my appeal to Bernard Europe. Let's get back on board and let's finish this course. Please, we need Liberia, and Liberian people need to be delivered and set free from Georgia.
Okay,
thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for calling. Tevez, you go ahead, Tevez.
So as I was saying, the second component is the court. Now, the former Chief Justice and the 3 other persons have been taken to the court. So, if the court log into the case, or when the court log into the case, because definitely they are going to log into the case, when the court logs into the case, when the police or the Ministry of Justice, other people bring their evidence to prove, if Gloria Mususka and those 3 other persons are found guilty, the next component is the correction. They will be taken to the Moreira Central Prison to be remanded. So now, whether the police already told us, the first component of the criminal justice system, the police told us that no, Jefferson Koji and Tele, those who were being previously linked by public perception and other things, that they were being linked to the Shallow Musu death, the police said no. The investigation that was conducted, by them, they have realized that Jefferson Koji and that of the Telega are not linked to this. It is Gloria Mususka and those 3 other ladies that have been linked to this. So now the first component is done, that is police. The second component is on, that is the court. So that's just it, madam. The media cannot do anything. And we are going according to the law. The people say, the police say, not Jefferson Koji and Taylor did it. They say now Gloria Mususka or daughter and the 3 other persons. So that's just it. So when I can say, oh, no, and this and that, somebody was just talking about rhetoric, right? But when it is established that the government cannot prove a case to link Gloria Mususka and those 3 other ladies to a particular crime, then we can come up blasting. Then we can come up saying those things. Oh, the thing that Liberian people were saying that the just won't look for the woman, then we can come about saying it. But as it stands, the authority that is clogged with the institution that is clogged with the authority of preliminary investigating every criminal matter which has to do with the police, they have told us that Jefferson Koji and Tere are not linked to this, that Gloria Mususka. So we are looking. We are looking. So that's just it. So we will not call Jefferson Koji and Mavi or Tere and here. The police and the people not involved. So those people that are involved in Gloria Mususka, allegedly, it has not been confirmed, because the law says one is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of competent jurisdiction. They still remain innocent. We still say they are not the one who did it until the police say that they don't want to do it. So the court, the police now, the government got to go prove in the court that it is Councilor Gloria Mususka and those three other ladies that did it. So that the judge, we don't have any call on that, right?
No cost, Teves. Also,
okay, so folks, today is Friday. I think we exhausted all of our talking points. And we want to say thanks to the many callers that called, weighing in their perspective as it relates to those talking points that we came up with. We want to say have a pleasant and a good weekend. Although in Labrador is a wet Friday, Friday in Labrador is when the young people carry on a journey to let my begin George, I want to read for you. You're not going to take him to the men like last year, baby. George, I read for you. You're not taking last year today.
Oh, right now.
Thank you.
Adjusting direction that's on the weekend.
George, what is it?
Adjusting direction, that's all. You want boss now. Just direction, that's all.
Last year, yeah. George, last year, men left Fufusela. The men left Fufusela. In La Rogue, called Fufusela the last year. And so, folks, do have yourself a wonderful and pleasant weekend. We will be here same time.
But people
on the fresh and ready.
People go. Let's squeeze in the last caller. The person calling.
Exception. Let's get our caller dispensation.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, George, and good morning, Teves. My name is Napoleon. I'm calling from Los Angeles. The problem here in Liberia, we are so gully that when the boys in our court, we always want to, I see, the chairman from a political party trying to politicalize this particular case. It's wrong. We're talking about our justice system is bad, and I saw a senator at the central prison. Why are you doing that? When we have a court, when we have a police force, when we cry every day saying that our justice system is bad, why they can't let the system work? When Mr. Comis was taken to court, every one of us, some of those that I saw there, they were like, Mr. Comis was guilty. So they should allow the court to do their job. Mr. Comis went to court and he proved himself innocent. Why can't the woman go to court and prove herself innocent? Thank you for having me.
Okay,
that was out. Thank you, my brother. The man is saying they see justice said that Mr. Kumi was dragged to, and we, the United Party people, the ARP people, we were rejoicing. Say the justice system is good. The law is the law. Let the law take its course. So they say, the man say, the United Party, when the people now being dragged to the court, they must get a court and the law take its course. Is that a doctrine of an eye for an eye? Is that a doctrine of an eye for an eye? So, Josh.
Yeah.
I'll wrap it up. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. It was our last caller. We gave that caller dispensation. So do have yourself a blessed weekend. Bye for now.
Okay.
Monday.